find myself by the sea in another's company. By the sea, wanna go out to the pier. Gonna dive and have no fear, because you just know, you just do. Watch things on VCRs with me and talking about big love. I think we're superstars. You say you think we are the best thing, but you just know, you just do.
Hello everyone at GameReplays.org. This is BioSparks Reborn here, and welcome to this week's episode of Sunday Night Fight. We will be starting right about now. I think everyone in the cast is good to go. So we have NTD on camera today, and as usual he always provides a really good job. And yeah, we're gonna get that starting video rolling. So NTD, take us away. So, welcome back, and props to Lethem again for making that super cool video, and Linsky for making the great soundtrack to it. So, as most people would have known, Army and Yoink are absent this week, and I've kept it super secret as who has joined me to cast, and it's like an invasion of the Brits because I've invited the one, the only, the person who has been in the business a hell of a lot longer than I have and is well known and loved throughout the entire GR community. It is Call Me Sarge. How are you doing this fine summer's evening?
Evening, BioSparks. Call Me Sarge. Thank you for having me on. It is a fucking pleasure to be here.
So today we have Audemed and Sandland, and as everyone knows, Sandland has, well, really crazy strategies that he likes to pull off, like all the time. Every time I'm on his stream he does loads of crazy stuff, and Audemed is a very strong PE player. He's right behind me on the Panzer Elite leaderboard, and he beat Contador this week in ladder. If you haven't seen that replay, you should check it out as well. So we're going to see two really great players, and in fact this is actually a tournament rematch because they clashed in round 3, I believe, and that was killer series, so also check that game out between these two guys. So I am really excited about this game.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Sandland, Audemed, I'm fucking excited. What can I say?
Alright, so if everyone is ready, we will be getting the show on the road. I will be spectating the Panzer Elite player, and Call Me Sarge will be spectating the Americans. So are you ready to go?
Ready when you are, mate.
Alright, I'll be starting the game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, Sarge, I think if I remember correctly, you did a cast with Sandland like not too long ago, so how did that go?
That went real fucking good, actually. Thanks for reminding me about that one. Sand is a good buddy of mine. We like to hang out and play Minecraft and shit, because I find COH far too challenging these days to actually play. I'd rather just sit here and talk about it.
So how was the actual casting? Because I mean, I know he's a really great player, but I haven't actually seen a lot of his sort of casting material. How is he as an actual caster?
Well, in my opinion, there's actually two types of casters, isn't there? There's the drunken wankers like myself who don't actually... What, 3 engineers? What the fuck? Anyway, drunken bastards like myself who can't play very well but are good at doing hype noises and shouting at people, and pro players like yourself, and Sandland included, who offer a much more in-depth, insightful look at what is actually going on, sort of getting inside the mind of the player. And so, yeah, no, Sandland is a good guy to cast with. He knows his stuff.
And I hope he definitely knows what he's doing here, because as you mentioned, 3 engineer stats is quite unorthodox. Usually it means like extra capping power, but obviously that first rifle comes out just a tad bit later. But then you can overwhelm Panzer Grenadier squads if you have a lot more engineers on the field as well. And it looks like standard play from the PE going straight for that cutoff, and yeah, just stealing all the resources straight from the get-go.
I think it makes a difference that Sam was actually able to get it capped before the PE rolled in there, because the PE capping speed is so slow, but I guess these Engies can't do shit about that.
Rifle squad on point.
Yeah, like if you time it, the second Panzer Grenadier always gets there as the second rifle just about hits the field. So really, if you manage to cap the strap point fast, then it's a lot easier to sort of... Because you have to keep like your Panzer Grenadier split up if he wants to decap it and stuff, which is pretty detrimental, because obviously, as everyone knows, you have to blob all your Panzer Grenadiers up to make them effective.
Okay, well, Audemed split his PGs, and now it's 1 PG on that strap point, and he's forced off immediately. Rifles and engineers doing the business.
We have the point, and we're
Yeah, it looks like Sandland wants to go for the cutoff, sees the guys in the house, he's like, no way, not going against G43s in the house, not in your life.
No, not a good day out. Hey, here's a question for you. Do G43s suffer the same window switching problems that MGs do?
No, they don't, because they're normal soldiers. They instantly switch. So if you tell them to attack something on a different side of the house, they'll just magically appear on the other side of the house with the windows open and start firing away.
And obviously Sandland knows that. There's no percentage in dancing around that house in circles trying to show off.
So it looks like these engineers have to retreat ASAP, otherwise... Oh, he actually loses the whole engineer squad. That's pretty bad early on. You don't want that to happen.
A nice little bit. Was that Ket pushing them out of cover there?
Yeah, since the Kaz pushing powers this patch instead of just not being able to get its pathing bugged. Like loads of people have complained that the Ken can like have so it can push advancing rifles while Panzer Grenadiers stand in cover, and then it just completely ruins the American player's day.
Okay, you want to talk unorthodox? Sand is throwing down a WSC.
Oh, I know this build. Yeah, when he does it on stream and he's spoken to me about it before, one of his favorite strategies to use is sort of 2 or 3 rifles, and then backtakes to a machine gun, and this let him has a lot more staying power. It doesn't like even if he gets his rifles run off the field, he can always hold his side of the map with the strategic point in the fuel, and then he like sort of gives him a free tech up, so he can get the M8 out as fast as he can, pretty much without having to deal with getting cut off and then having to force the PGs off and then all that other stuff that American players have trouble with.
I can see it being a pretty effective strategy actually, because PGs are always going to blob for maximum effectiveness, and an MG lets you zero that entire blob and just and fuck it up.
That is true, as well as the fact that 30 cals do an insane amount of damage to Panzer Grenadiers and then practically suppress them instantly. So you have to retreat your Panzer Grenadiers if they're under any sort of fire.
Rifle squad has got themselves slowed, trying to crawl out of it, but they're taking heavy casualties.
Oh,
here comes the 30
this
cal.
flamer flank is going to do a lot of damage.
Ket's doing his best to push them out of cover. NG's taking bad casualties, and there's the 30 cal.
Yeah, see that, like almost an instant suppression, and he jumps into the house. If he didn't get into that house, I think that would have been really bad for Audemed. Like if you get cut off and a rifle's inside the house as well, Panzer Elite have a really hard time to get it out. Oh, and the Ken almost dies and just about gets away, so he's lucky there as well.
That was very lucky. But yeah, it seems like this opening engagement has gone quite well for Sand.
Yeah, I mean, if the American holds his side of the fuel and the Panzer Elite player holds his fuel as well, the American player is always ahead. Like, it's only when the Panzer Elite manage to cut you off from the fuel is when they get ahead of you, so... Because it usually means that they have to go for ATHT first, and obviously Audemed's got his first AC about 60% complete, and Sandland's supply yard is gone, well, I think it's just about started building, so, eventually he's going to get that M8 out, so he can only get about probably 1 AC safely before he has to get the ATHT out.
Yeah, and that is not going to give him that ultimate reign of terror that ACs are so capable of providing when they are unopposed.
Yeah, I've seen so many forum posts where people are like, the armored car just kills my guys, and I'm just like, come on, you have to play it smart, stick in cover, use buildings, stall for time, get your M8 out, and then you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when it was kind of viable at some stage to kind of just, if you had a map with a lot of green cover like Semoir, just to do BARs as a counter to armoured cars. Maybe that explains why I'm still level 7.
Well, a few players I've faced on ladder, when they, like, there's sort of like this sort of thing where the American player is sort of ahead. Like the Panzer Elite player had a bad early game, but he still manages to get his what's it called, the anti-tank half track out. And what the American player thought is, okay, if I go to M8, obviously this guy's going to go for anti-tank half track to counter me. So what I'm going to do is delay my bars a bit, so he gets his anti-tank half track, and then suddenly he realizes I've gone bars with Rangers or Airborne, and then the Panzer Elite player's like, oh, okay.
Now, will this MG be able to mess up the armoured car at all?
Well, the armoured car has paper-thin armour, so yeah. I mean, if it stays in its arc of fire, and if he pops armour-piercing round, man, that thing dies as if it was nothing.
Well, I don't think he is popping it. It's probably view it as a waste of munis, but certainly managed to whittle the health on the armoured car down a little bit. But it's got to say, Audemed seems to have had a pretty nice kind of move back onto the map, taking the American off the fuel, and Sans M8 can't come fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, once the armoured car came out, we saw how he was able to capture his fuel, so Sandland was like, okay, I'll move to the right-hand side. But even then, you know, the armored car is posing a big problem. I mean, it's low on health, so the Panzer Grenadiers have really terrible repair rates unless they actually research into it. But yeah, I mean, the Tier 4 is just about to go up. I'm not sure if that how close the M8 is coming out, but you know, he's going to have a bit of time before the ATHD come counter that M8 by the time it comes out.
Yeah. Do you want to do a quick time sync?
You can do it because my laptop is bad.
In that case, I am at 8 minutes 43, 44, 45, 46.
Supply lines are broken.
Alright, I'm right with you.
Cool, so the Amis are moving back out to take O off that, regain that strap point and start looking about getting themselves reconnected to that fuel. Meanwhile, the P-Grunts look like completely owning the right-hand side of the map.
Yeah, he's got a couple of SCG-44 squads, and as everyone knows, against vanilla rifles, those are really deadly, especially when combined with that armoured car. So Sandland's a bit behind, I reckon, but you know, with the MG he can still hold his ground, which is what it's for. You know, if he only had just rifles against this, he'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and that M8 can't be too far away now.
Strategic sector.
Oh, he went for half-track instead.
What? Yeah, I just noticed. What's half-track 50 cal upgrade do to an armoured car?
It turns it to pieces. Like, you know, it's a quad 50 cal cannon. So yeah, it pretty much takes about like 7 seconds of direct fire and then it's dead.
Damn, I haven't really got anything out to counter the half-track yet. Oh, hang on a second, what's that coming out of the PE base?
It is the anti-tank half-track, which a lot of American players hate.
Understandably so. Okay, 50 cal's up, and the Ketten crowd's getting the good news. Yeah, that's immobilised straight on the... Yeah, destroyed engine, but the engine is right there to lay the repair back on, and I can't see the half-track going down immediately.
This is actually really good what Sandland's done, right? He's got a machine gun, so that means the ATHT can't get too close. The armoured car is about to go down as well, you know, so he can't focus by the repairing engineers. So he's actually done this really well. He's actually covered the half-track so well that he's baited the immobilised shot, and then, in fact, he can actually reinforce still out of the half-track as well. So, you know, he's got like a lot of staying power now that the armoured car is dead.
I bet he wishes, I bet Audemed wishes he had some AT grenades right now.
Yeah, I mean, he went for tier 2, so most people would have gone for like the ATHT and the mortar half-track, but you know, since that machine gun has played so pivotal into protecting the engineers from the flanking armoured car while they're repairing, because as everyone knows, you take like 200% damage while you're repairing, and the AC literally has to shoot 3 times to kill each engineer for the whole squad. So I really liked what Sandland did, you know, just protecting his engineers and half-track really well.
Very smart play indeed. Still got to be said though that Audemed has himself a decent amount of map control there. 3 of the plus 16s.
He still has the anti-tank half-track, which is very deadly. I mean, he's pumping out another armoured car and modder upgrades just exactly straight afterwards, so he looks like he's going to go for the dreaded ATHT and modder combo, which is considered the best anti-tank combination in the entire game, especially since there's nothing worse than being immobilized and having a lockdown modder shooting up your ass.
I thought you were going to say especially since they nerfed the pack.
Yeah.
These this G43 blob is just going to absolutely murder whatever's in that house.
Yeah, I mean, Sandland's got well, he's doing exactly right. He's stalling for time as much as possible, just standing outside that strap point, and the longer he's disconnected, you know, the longer it takes for all those mortars and other nasty stuff that Panzerly can throw at him. So yeah, stalling as much time as possible while he has his whole fuel connected on his side of the map as well, which is really good.
Yeah, and he has not got on M8 out, he went for a AT gun instead.
Yeah, the AT gun's a wise choice. I mean, especially since there's another AC out. As everyone knows, the AC gets 2 shot by AT guns, which is well, I mean, even one shot can sometimes give it a damaged engine if it's already been slightly hurt already. So the Marder upgrade is just finished as well, so we may see the Marder coming out. He actually can afford it right now, but I'm not sure why he's not making one since he upgraded to it.
I wonder if he's thinking Panther Battle Group.
Well, that would actually take quite a long time. He hasn't got Shreks or the Tier 4 upgrade, and that's still another
Oh, of course.
95 fuel that he would need as well, and he's only sitting on 50 at the moment. So yeah, I think... I can't understand why he made that Marder upgrade and he's not making, because he's floating now. He can easily afford it with 500 manpower and 50 fuel, so... But maybe he's just saving for mortar half-track maybe later on, or maybe he's just assessing what he might need.
Perhaps there's a bit of indecision creeping in there.
We're losing ground out there.
What's next?
Well, out of all the motor pool units, an upgraded half-track is actually what poses the biggest problem, because it suppresses all your Panzer Grenadiers and it completely just destroys armoured cars like nothing as well, so... oh, notice Sandland has a supply yard upgrade as well, so his manpower should be floating in quite nicely.
Cool. No doctrine choice yet.
Yeah, no doctrine choice either by Audemed as well, so it looks like these guys are just taking a feel for each other, you know, thinking, okay, no sort of doctrine choice by Americans usually makes Panzer Elite players think, okay, that might be a like straight to Pershing armor, which is really, really bad if you're not prepared for it as Panzer Elite. But it looks like it's just a little bit of a stalemate.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I'd say is I think Sand could use a little bit more map control than what he's got. It's definitely not as comprehensive as he could, but he's got plenty of PopCap.
And it looks like this armoured car might be going straight into a mine. Oh my gosh, and it just missed.
How did he miss that? This is a big engagement shaping up here now. The engineers rapidly repairing that quad. AT half-track completely ineffectual, and the rifles are laying down a decent amount of fire onto these grounds, and yeah, it's just... I mean, aside from the loss of the AT gun, it's Sound does not look uncomfortable in this... Ooh! AC down! Sound does not look uncomfortable in this engagement.
Yeah, I mean, that 30 cal has just saved him from so many engagements at the moment. Oh, and the Tier 4 upgrade has just been completed, so yeah, he might be going for straight for Panther Battle Group, it looks like. I mean, he needs to get the Panzerschreck upgrades next, but just going back into that 30 cal, like, that was what a wise decision. I mean, it saved him from getting cut off in the early game, and especially when he had his half-track tread broken twice now, it keeps the Panzer Grenadiers at bay and the ACs at bay as well, so that means that the armoured car and the G43 squads can't actually go in and kill the engineers and stop it from repairing. So just such a... Wow, actually, okay, I've actually missed something really big. Apparently he had Tier 2 upgrade already, and I've just realised that Panther Battle Group has already been activated, so he just needs 300 manpower to actually call it in.
Ah, damn! That's gonna be a game changer. Especially, did Sand recrew that? Yeah, he did recrew that AT gun. But yeah, only a single AT gun's probably not enough.
I missed that. Great.
So these Panthers are just going to change everything. I mean, without one AT gun, definitely not enough to deal with a... Ooh! There goes the AT half-track. It's definitely not enough, one AT gun, to deal with a Panther battle group.
Yeah, against two Panthers you're going to need about 3. Defend it with stickies. But yeah, if you're not prepared for Panthers, then, you know... But then again, he has 2 AT guns out now, so maybe a third one to be safe when he actually sees it. I mean, Audemed is 150 manpower off, but he still has to reinforce some Panzer Grenadiers, so it might save a bit more time. In fact, he's not actually he's not reinforcing any of his soldiers, so he actually wants this Panther battle group out ASAP. So in 80 manpower, we're going to see if this can, we can turn this into a real game changer.
It is one way to get rid of a half-track, call in 2 Panthers.
That is true, considering how his combined arms of ATHT, AC, and infantry have been really just been repelled by that 130 cal this entire game. So yeah, I don't see that 30 cal surviving much longer once 2 Panthers roll out onto the field either.
And they're up already, and that Vet 2 half-track is not long for this world, I fear.
Squad ready.
He's about to spot it. He must have spotted it by now from these retreating engineers, but if not, he's definitely going to be in for a really big surprise. Yeah, he retreats his rifles in half-track, he's seen them. He knows exactly what's happening now.
Oh, I was hoping he would drive through the hedge, like two panthers at the same time. Achtung! And so, yeah, at this stage, what is Audemed going to do with these panthers?
Well, at the moment, he's going to be like, okay, I've seen one AT gun, he might not have seen the second one, but he really wants to get that half-track down. Once the half-track is down, he's going to be in a lot better position to just deal with infantry in general, really, because combined with the 30 cal, that half-track suppresses infantry really well, so and he's putting his arse towards the enemy with these panthers, which is not good.
And Sandler's also got himself a sniper, better hotkey him for later.
Operation posts report we are losing a sector.
Yeah, snipers are very, very good against Panzer Elite. Everyone complains how three-man squads are so weak to snipers, since every shot is a third of their efficiency down.
You got a ninja Kettenkrad, what are you complaining about?
So it looks like these, wow, a couple of AT gun shots and this Panther's already down to like 60% health, so just goes to show how well prepared Sandland is.
I think that actually might have been a single shot and he just popped armor piercing, because I only saw one. Ooh, rear armor hit as well, takes him even further down. Those Panthers are pushed straight off and does not appear to be the game changer that Audemed may have been after.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, he needs to get advanced repairs as well, otherwise, actually by the rate that Panther's being repaired, it looks like he does have it, so it just goes to show how much more of a fuel investment it is just to repair these Panthers, because if you don't have advanced repairs and you have Panthers on the field, you need either a Luftwaffe squad or get those advanced repairs ASAP. Otherwise you're standing around repairing for, like, I don't know, the better part of the war.
And in my mind, Audemed needs some indirect fire. You know, a well-defended anti-tank screen by the Americans is bloody hard to break. He's got to be hitting them with RT, with mortars, with something.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I mean, he's got the sniper now, so that means his infantry are going to be picked off at long range, especially with Panzer Elite not having a dedicated counter-sniper, so he needs the mortar. He's got 4 CPs saved up, so maybe he might go for Scorched Earth Hummel, but that's still a long way off, so, you know, he needs something to deal with these AT guns right now.
Panzer Elite has a dedicated anti-sniper. It's called the AT half-track.
Well, yeah, I guess it can, but then again, that's 40 munitions, and I've actually had really unlucky where it's actually missed with focus firing on, which is crazy.
Oh, you're kidding. I just remember a game I saw, I think it might have been Budweiser, I can't quite remember. Someone using the anti-tank half-track to counter snipers, did it 4 times in a row. Fucking hilarious. Imagine the other player losing their shit. Oh, heroic MG about to go down by the plus 16 fuel on the left. No, he makes it out of there, but there's 2 AT guns to keep those Panthers at bay. And again, the other one's down to half health as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen like these AT guns just do so well against these Panthers so far. But you know, now with the mortar off track, he's going to be like, okay, I've got to keep my AT guns moving. I'll take a few shots, then move, because if you stick around in one spot, you know, you get mortared down. Even worse, probably an incendiary round, and just annihilates everything.
Yeah, he's moving the half-track in as well. I wonder if he's tempted to try and bait the Panthers forward.
It looks well, with the MG not at the base, you know, his infantry can move a lot better, but, well, the mortar track almost gets sniped there, you know, it's down to about 40% health after 1 AT gun shot, so you have to be really careful with your light armor as Panzer Elite, because it's really fragile.
Yeah, and Sam's doing a good job of keeping those AT guns moving, not stopping in the same place.
So if I see correctly, he's got 4 AT guns now, so that is a very deadly AT gun wall spread out right across like the whole map, just straight in a line. So, you know, if he keeps those infantry at bay, he's just going to keep on creeping forward and forward until, you know, the Panzer Elite armor is just in a corner and there's nothing else he can do about it. Oh, and
there goes the mortar HT.
went down. Was that from an AT gun shell? Oh, he creeped
from an
through
AT
the
gun shell.
side. What an excellent flank.
It was actually the AT gun slightly to the north of that just got decrewed that put the mortar half track to bed. But the flanking AT gun was a nice manoeuvre. And he might take one of these Panthers out if he keeps pressing. So looking at Sam's situation, he's on around 90 fuel and 500 odd manpower. So I'm thinking he should probably throw a TD down, try and close this out.
I think with the amount of AT guns he has, a Sherman would be good because he doesn't need any more anti-tanks, so you can just sit a Sherman there and just be like, yeah, you're not gonna run me over with infantry when I have like AT guns behind me keeping your Panthers at bay. So he's got both supplied upgrades, which means a hell of a lot of veterancy coming in for his rifles. So, and Panzer Grenadiers give enough veterancy as it is already. And oh yeah, Audemed did use Scorched Earth. He's planting some booby traps, which is actually the sector artillery side. So if Sandland blobs a bit too much, a little sneaky sector artillery is going to come down and ruin his day.
Also, sector artillery is probably a good call for attempting to decrew these AT guns. He could get lucky. Sounds on 6 CPs and no doctrine.
6 CPs, he has to be going for Pershing. There's no other explanation why he'd be floating so much CPs and then just be like, yeah, I'll just go airborne. Like, people usually choose infantry or airborne, like, by the second or third CP. If you have 6, definitely going to have to be a Pershing or a Calliope.
He's spending his hard-earned manpower on another sniper.
Ooh, the sniper might go down if he's unlucky.
No, it was a near miss, but Sandland was quick on the retreat there. But it seems like a pretty good strategy. Another sniper, keep whittling the manpower down, force Audemed to basically bleed manpower and keep him locked in the base, or as locked as back as he can. Oh shit! Cue the Benny Hill music, AT gun and getting chased down by MP44s up in the north, going to get decrewed.
Ready.
We are losing contact with one of our
Yeah, that's one thing about an AT gun wall, you have to protect all of them.
Yep. But without 4-man squads and without Luftwaffe, he's got no potential to recrew them, so all he's again doing is just bleeding Sound of manpower, but it's manpower that Sound can replace easier than what Audemed can.
Yeah, especially with 2 snipers on the field, it's going to be a lot. Oh, wow, this half-track's actually Vet 2, I actually didn't realise that.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
Yeah, I hit Vet 2 a little while back. If he survives his Panther barrage, he might make Vet 3. That would be so fucking awesome. Oh, AT guns pointing the wrong way! Not the half-track, no! Half-track down. And that AT gun could be toast here. It looks like Audemed has found a chink in Sandland's wall.
All the other AT guns approaching in as well. He needs to dive in and recruit that other AT gun ASAP, and then you might actually be able to take that one defensive vent. Actually, both Panthers are actually really low health, so you could actually get a good couple of shots in and probably destroy one.
There's a 2-man P-Grand squad by the VP and 2 snipers nearby. That could be dangerous. No, it looks like they're pulling back. See, a long-standing theory I have had on playing against Panzer Elite, but I'd like to hear your theory on this, is that base attacking the Panzer Elite is almost always a waste of time. What do you think?
Enemy unit down.
Ooh, 2-man squad goes down to the sniper. Snipers.
Ready to get this
So, we've hit a little bit of a lull while Audemed licks his wounds and sorts himself out. Oh no, what was that? Mortar half-track gets by the AT gun, and Sand is pushing his... Oh, sector artillery. Oh shit, this could be huge. Move the AT gun, move everybody. Let's get out of here for now. Looks like I didn't see any big hits. I hear explosions, but I cannot see. That was someone setting off a booby trap. Looks... Ooh, M10 as well. Typical tank depot. Looks like Sector Art is going to keep that area locked down. I as far as I can see, he did not take any catastrophic losses to that sector arty, and I can't understand that, because he had enough units in that bloody area, and Audemed must be fucking screwing right now, thinking, why the hell did that?
It's actually because AT guns don't activate the sector artillery, it's only normal infantry for some reason, which is really strange, and yeah, you must have... I think the rifles were actually right next to the AT guns as well, which is actually really weird why it didn't set off, but it looks like all the shells landed into this building where the flame engineers were earlier.
Yeah, I'd call that lucky or unlucky depending on your perspective. I wonder, so who do you think's actually winning the game right now?
I'd say if it carries on, like if Audemed still has trouble taking out these AT guns, and especially with the tank depot up and running, I think Sandland is decently, like, slightly ahead. You know, obviously he hasn't been able to take out these Panthers, and they've got one defensive veterancy each, which is, you know, if that racks up to triple veterancy, that's going to be a lot of trouble for Sandland to actually beat, even with us, like, quite a few AT guns. So yeah, I think Sandland's just slightly ahead at the moment, but he needs to play it safe, especially with the sector artillery lurking around.
Doctrine update, we've got field repairs and 4 and 9/10 CPs.
Well, I guess, has he got the upgun, in fact, from the tank depot? Because if he does, that Pershing can take on Panthers so easily, like nobody's business.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I didn't hear it go, but that's not to say it didn't. Another AT gun decrewed. Man, we should have an AT gun decrewed drinking game in this game.
That'd actually be quite fun.
Ooh, rifles get mashed up by that booby trap there. Down to 2 minutes.
Yeah, some booby traps go off instantly, which is really annoying. I hate that random element of booby traps, because sometimes they can be so good, and other times they can just be terrible.
Oh man, that mine finally got clipped by a armoured car. And he must have fieldcraft, because all these mines are getting revealed now, like that one by the American cut-off.
Yeah, fieldcraft is such a good thing to have with your Panzerly infantry. If you attack move, they actually don't trigger off mines, so yeah, that's actually a really nice tip to know.
Well, Sam is about 70 CPs away from a Pershing. 70 manpower away from a Pershing.
I think these Panthers will get outmatched. I mean, if you have so many ET guns, an M10 and a Pershing, no way are two Panthers going to stand up. As well as the fact that, you know, these, the Pershing can take on all the infantry as well. I mean, like, if you clump up a few Panzer Grenadiers, it can one-shot a whole squad if you're not careful.
Suicidal armoured cars going into where that M10 is.
Engineer unit lost. Enemy unit attacked.
Yeah, there's both of those armoured cars down, and that seemed a tad foolhardy on Audemed's side, and here comes the Pershing. So how can we tell whether it's upgunned or not? I suppose you just have to wait and watch it shoot something. It's really hard to tell, to be honest. It's firing at near the same time as that AT gun behind it, so I'd say jury's still out on whether it's upgunned or not. And actually this looks like it's going pretty well for Audemed. He's cleared an AT gun, chased some rifles off, Pershing down to half health. He's getting mashed up by that MG though. M10's pulling back as well, and Sand's armour is being pushed right back into his base. And the Panthers are moving up, and this could be bad. Panthers maintaining the pressure. Field repairs activated, but I don't think it's going to work. Pershing probably is going to go down. No. Incredibly, he gets away with it. I think Audemed has finally got hacked off with that MG and decided to send two Panthers after him. They Shame they can't hit anything. I'd also,
I'm
also
surprised
like
that
to see
person
Audemed.
survived.
Yeah, absolutely fluky as hell. And he's coming back out with about a quarter health. And a brand new
That's a
M10.
pretty ballsy move there. Either brave
Yeah.
or foolish, I'm not sure which one.
Well, I think he wants to save the MG. The MG's lasted him the entire game. Why lose it now? Oh, he knew he was able to pop field repairs immediately again. Sorry, crew repairs, field repairs, whatever. And I think he figured that would give him the ooh, that's Sectorati.
Down one tank to squad.
I think that Pershing probably is going to go down. No, it kills the Panther and it goes down as well. Jesus, so
Oh, wow.
he just traded a Pershing and an M10 for 2 Panthers. Good deal?
It's not even, since it's like 2 Panthers are 1,000 manpower, and M8 it's like 100 manpower more he lost, Sandland lost, but even then that's still like 2 Panthers is a big deal. So yeah, I think Sandland had a good deal there.
I'm loving that heroic one-man MG team just driving off the entire Panzer Elite army single-handedly there. Awesome. Oh crap, there's 2 more Panthers.
It's almost like he's
I will say, in
got
terms-
manpower blitz.
Yeah man, in terms of bang for buck, it seems that Audemed made his Panthers go a lot further. They took out the half-track and menaced the entire map for the last 10 minutes. Whereas the Pershing will show up and was just about able to kill them. But now, yeah, Sand is a long way away from getting a second Pershing.
So it's almost like we're back to square one, back to the 80-gun wall versus the Panthers.
Exactly, yeah. It seems like the snipers are really taking their toll though. I mean, how's Audemed doing for manpower?
He's only got 100 at the moment, and he's just finished reinforcing all his Panzer Grenadiers. He's got 5 of them, and they all cost 45 manpower to reinforce. So it's not cheap by any means, and he needs to repair his other Panther that's been slightly damaged. So even then, these snipers, one of them is Vet 2, the other one is Vet 1. So if he keeps on going, 2 Vet 3 snipers is going to be really hard to kill for a Panzer Elite player.
Yeah, especially without the Luftwaffe invisible Kettengrad. Sector 80 runs out and there's nothing to stop the American forces from pushing forward now.
Although I should note that he can afford another one. So, and by the time that one's finished, you'll be able to afford another one after that as well. So I think it's going to be like a constant sector artillery at Audemed's pleasure.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, what else is he going to spend his munis on?
Ground out there.
But yeah, I can't help looking at this and thinking that maybe 4-man squads would have been helpful. Oh, another Vet 2 AT gun overrun by rampaging G43s. That's probably like the 6th or 7th AT gun decrew we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, with 4-man squads, especially with, you know that he's probably going to get another Pershing at some point in the game. Stealing a couple of AT guns for yourself wouldn't actually be too bad,
Yeah, I mean, stealing them or destroying them, but at the moment Sound is just able to recrew until the cows come home.
We have the point and we're damn well gonna keep it.
And we had a sector artillery on the right-hand side which just about missed. It actually hit, like, nothing. He's lucky the sniper or the rifle squad didn't get hit by it. Oh, we see
Can't believe
scorched out
that.
on the left.
What did he scorch?
The strategic point, so he has to repair the point and then capture it afterwards.
Oh, nice. Things take an take an age to repair. I love it when you repair them with a sniper as well, because then you see the sniper get his welding tanks on, put his mask on like he was carrying it around with him the whole time.
Yeah, I've always thought it was funny how, like, units that aren't supposed to repair suddenly just have, some repairing tools handy just in case they ever had a point disabled.
That MG has just been such an epic unit in this game. Ooh, flame nade right to the face, but he manages to run away, sets the tree on fire instead.
Oh, the second Pershing hits the field now, so hopefully he can, well, it's basically going to be like a rematch of the bigger engagement that we just had, except there's going to be an introduction
No
of a
M10.
Hummel.
Oh shit, actually that's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. I reckon the Hummel should have some mode where you can use it as an anti-tank gun. You know, just fire it straight.
That would be insane. Like, can you imagine the caliber of that gun you being used as an anti-tank?
Shit! Engineer squad just got waxed, took a Hummel shot to the face, I believe. What? Is the Hummel firing?
No, it was actually from sector artillery, somehow.
No, it can't be. This was just outside the... This is next to the Scorched Point. It must have been Panther round.
The enemy is down.
No, Panthers haven't got 3 kills. What the fuck killed those engineers?
Oh, the Hummel's shooting, so let's see where it's landing. Wow, that landed really close to his snipers, like uncomfortably close to his snipers.
Yeah. In fact, in the game Sandland I casted a couple of weeks ago, there was an awesome move where they force retreated snipers and used the Hummel to kill them in the base.
Oh, I know that game. That was the game with my heteronode life partner No Slew, where he played with
Yes, that was the one.
Silenced or something. Yeah, that was a really ballsy move. I really loved that.
Quality, that was. Oh, this MG could be in trouble. Oh no, the Panthers have realised there's a Pershing there and maybe they should focus on him instead.
Oh,
Ooh,
sector artillery.
That's going to be big. That could be really big. Could be really big. Come on, shoot something!
You know what the scary thing is? Is that if you notice how far into his base the sector artillery actually goes when it's on that point.
Yeah. Is it me or did that sector artillery do fuck all?
It kind of just damaged the Pershing and like failed to kill the machine gun even though it landed on its head, but then again, you know, this machine gun has been epic this entire game, so it's allowed to survive sector artillery shots.
Shit man, I should have a time sync, I'm getting old. I am at 40 minutes and 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, but that's a bugger of a place to have sector arty. They're going to be hard pressed to move out of the base on that side now.
Yeah,
oh shit!
I mean, especially with the Hummel.
Did you see the VPs?
Yeah, there's only 72 left for Sandland, so he's got a... The trouble is with being Scorched Earth is that if Audemed ever gets in a position where he feels like I can't hold on to 2 CPs, I can just Scorch one instead. And that's actually so infuriating for American players as well.
Yeah, well he's got to hold on somehow. I mean, I'm just impressed, so impressed with how Audemed's been doing with the fairly constant bleed on his manpower. That being said, I guess he's done a pretty good job of bleeding back via Scorched sector arty and booby traps. And decrewing AT guns, of course.
Oh, Panzer Grenadier Squad just got sniped by the 2 snipers, just absolutely destroyed it. Just goes to show if you have 2 snipers on the field, he has to have fully reinforced squads, otherwise you can just, you know, wipe them out like that. And
Sanders been playing very coy with his snipers. There hasn't ever really been a good opportunity. There was a couple of near misses with charging STG-44s, but by and large the snipers have the only thing they've really got to worry about is the Hummel.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not sitting in one position with all your stuff, the Hummel isn't too much of a problem if you keep moving.
Interesting choice. Sanders throwing down an MG nest to cover the southerly VP on the right hand side.
Yeah, I think it's just so like just to buy time, especially with a Hummel. Actually, it acts as like a sort of a Hummel director. Like he wants to kill the MG placement easily, so he'll probably be shot by the Hummel. Oh, actually, in fact, it is getting shot by the Hummel right now, so it saves it being shot at by other units.
Infantry squad lost.
Yeah, he wants to maybe knock down his snipers right next to it.
Well, more booby traps going off everywhere.
Yeah, something went down, but I didn't see what it was. Oh, nice. Burger Tiger.
Oh,
Go
man,
on,
that's going to
build
be... Can you imagine getting like all your Panthers back?
Zombie Panther army storm the base. And it's Pershing this M10 are getting cocky and they're going to go over, they're like, yeah, we'll sort this out. About to get a nasty surprise. Okay,
The thing
that
about
Pershing
the
must
Burger
be...
Tiger though is that it takes 4 times more damage when it's repairing, so the Pershing can actually two-shot it.
No shit, I never knew that. You should really be focus firing the Burger then.
Then again, he's going to get this Panther pretty much knocked out.
Yeah, AT grenades would be really good here. I was watching these MP44 grenades have just turned up to try and help, and there's absolutely fuck all they can do. Shooting the Pershing with small arms fire, it's not going to work. Ooh, Panther accidentally kills the other Panther carcass. No Burger resurrection
that's
for
very
that one.
unfortunate. But this Pershing's about to go down as well, unfortunately.
Oh no. I can't really see how Sam can hang on from here. He's so low on VPs.
And especially how the infantry is all... Audemed infantry is like practically all vetted with either defensive or offensive for G43s and MP44 squads respectively. And his Panther gets veterancy now off the Pershing. I think Audemed's really ahead at the moment, so unless the snipers do like some crazy like I'm gonna shoot all your stuff.
Sand has no AT active at the moment, all of his AT guns have been decrewed. The M10 is down, the Pershing's down, he's about to recrew another one, but and in fact he doesn't even need AT because these Grens can just flame nade on the Epic MG. 2 flame nades, that's gonna sting. Vet 3 for the sniper.
Supply lines are broken.
Oh no, Epic MG's gonna die. Yeah, there he goes. Well, he lasted a good what's that, about 40 minutes of the match, not bad.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
Yeah, to its credit, most MGs last like 10 minutes with most players.
And this sniper's still doing absolutely outstanding work. Just any time the PE comes anywhere near them, he's got enough manpower for another Pershing.
Yeah, I think with the Burger Tiger, like being able to resurrect all the other Panthers as long as they don't get the Rex crushed. Actually, I don't think there are actually any more Rex that he can revive, so he's stuck with this one Panther, so he has to repair that one up. Yeah, so if he had like more Rex, man, I think Santa would have been in a lot more trouble than he is now, but even then he's still in a lot of trouble regardless.
Yeah, 65 VPs is not a good day out. Well that Panther's obviously not long for this world.
It doesn't even matter he has a Burger Tiger trying to repair it, he's just going to be like, no, I'm going to take this guy down.
I love how the snipers have edged up to start laying down the hurt on the STG-44 squad. Good use of flame nades by Audemed, really keeping Sandland's micro levels up, forcing them to stay moving.
Well,
how the hell is that?
Oh, it was really close.
How the hell has that Pershing not killed the Panther yet? There we go. And again, I think Audemed's really suffered from having no other AT options. Nice, Pershing crushes the wreck.
Yeah, always make sure to crush the Rex.
Might take the Burger Tiger out as well, and to be honest, the Pershing could probably push into the base and take out the Hummel. That'd be an insult to injury. Hummel sees it coming and pulls out. Sounds floating 8 CPs now.
This stuff is not cheap, this Hummels are 600 manpower and Panthers are 500 manpower apiece as they come obviously as one. Actually, something quite funny that happened when I was laddering earlier this week. I was playing against Panzer Elite and I destroyed a Burger Tiger, and then some guy actually used another Burger Tiger to repair his other destroyed Burger Tiger, so he had 2 of them running around, and then he realised he had no popcat to reinforce all his stuff and lost the game, which is actually hilarious.
That's funny. Ooh, Panther Battle Group arrives at just the nick of time to stop the Pershing from mashing up the base flak feelings. And that Pershing needs to GTFO and get repaired. He cannot take on 2 Panthers head-to-head solo. Not that he's not trying, but yeah. Looks like
Must be
Sand
pretty
is
annoying
about to...
for Sandland. I mean, he's like, every single time he's got ahead, like another Panther battle group just comes out and he's just like, oh crap.
I'm sure Audemed feeling the same way about bloody Pershings. And that MG nest is actually proving rather helpful. Right-hand side southerly VP has been remained whited for a while.
He stands at 300 points.
Man, Sand really could take this one all the way.
Sandland needs to hold on, and as long as he keeps that Pershing alive, which should be really like being steroid repaired at the moment, but he only has, I think, I only see one engineer squad on the field, I think, lurking around. No, he's got two of them, but one's repairing the MG nest, so he needs to be like spamming repairs on this Pershing, because I mean these Panthers are almost, yeah, they are ready to go with fully health, and if they meet this Pershing now, they are going, no matter if there is an M8 and sorry, not an M8, an M10 and an AT gun protecting it, this Pershing will go down in a couple of hits.
And that's the thing, is Sand has zero available manpower at the moment. He's very low. He's just obviously just bought something else, and yeah, he cannot get another Pershing. And he's just bought another M10. It's going to pop any second. There's been some pretty big tank battles in this game.
Enemy unit.
Yeah, all these snipers better be careful of Hummel fire.
Yeah, could
Yeah,
be
they get out
bad.
safely.
So these are Panthers just soaking up this wealth of AT fire that Sandland's laid on for them. Looks like they could take out the AT gun. No, they're really focusing on the Pershing. They want that Vet 2 Pershing down and out. There you go. AT gun decrewed as well. That's got to be the 10th or 11th. And yeah, two heavily vetted snipers aren't going to do anything.
He can rush these two M10s and take out one Panther like really easily right now, and that would be like a real big sigh of relief for him.
He wants to hurry up because he's getting the repair of fairly quickly. No, you're shooting the wrong Panther. Shoot the one that's wounded. Oh, Sector Arty. Holy hell. How did they take out the other Panther so quickly?
I think the Sector Artillery contributed to it.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh wow, the second Panther goes down as well.
Crazy. Is that me, or did that seem really lucky? Well, not lucky, but yeah, I would not have put money on Sandland winning that last engagement. I thought the Panthers were going to completely own face.
Yeah, same. I was thinking, oh, okay, this Pershing's going to go down, it's really low health, but then suddenly, you know, two M10s and an AT gun, no prob.
And Sand is desperately hanging on to the VPs here. He knows he has got a serious deficit of 65 to 240. He has to hang on for dear life and pray that Audemed starts making mistakes. Audemed has got to dig deep and just push, push, push. Stay out of the range of that MG. God, that MG nest has really done well.
Yeah, the thing is that Sandland doesn't actually realise that Audemed only has two G43 squads, an MP44 squad, and a Hummel. And that is it.
Yeah.
So he can literally walk into his base and just be like, yeah, Hummel, you're dead. Bye.
Well, I think he's expecting another Panther battle group to appear at any second, wouldn't you?
That is true, but Audemed has 200 manpower left to go. So actually, the longer Sandland waits, the window of opportunity is actually closing with every second.
Like these Panzer Grenadiers decapping the VP, just completely ignoring the MG nest fire. Maybe they're hiding behind that big concrete pillar.
Yes, Audemed did the most annoying thing in the world, scorch earth the VP, which is like, you know, when it's under fire as well by other stuff, it's really annoying to happen. So, but it looks like Sandland's moving his M10s in, and this is when the Panther battle group is now available. So he's actually missed the entire window of opportunity. This M10 suddenly realizes, oh my gosh, another Panther battle group.
Yeah, not a good day out to be an M10 driver. Yeah, just need to basically get out of there. It's not really worth it staying and juking it out. You're most likely going to lose one unit. Oh, he's got Allied War Machine! Oh man, how did that second shot not kill the M10? And yeah, he's got to shoot the M10, because otherwise it's gonna...
Our forces are taking casualties.
One down. He needs to attack ground and stop them from shooting it. Two down. Did it really do any good though?
Well, he's got a Pershing and 2 free M10s back, so I think he can actually take on these Panthers pretty easily.
Did not know he was getting a Pershing as well. And look at this, it's just the armour train rolling down the road straight back to the Panzer Elite base.
With AT guns to boot as well.
200 points left.
This actually could decide it. Sector Arty attempting to stop the AT gun, but as you mentioned earlier, that might not work. It was nice, someone was focus firing on the repairing Panzer Grenadiers there, because two of them just died in a big explosion. Maybe it was a missed shot. It seems like they're focusing on the Hummel.
Yeah, I mean, the Hummel is probably the most annoying unit to have anyway, so that's out the way first. The few repairs popped into like AT guns and snipers lurking around now. I think these Panthers are really backed into a corner with like very low health.
I think the sniper's working the base flank. It's so offensive from Sand, just right up in there. The Panthers are getting pushed right back. Again, awesome support by moving those AT guns right up. I'm not too sure why he's focusing on killing the tier 3 base building. Love the snipers working the flak fieldings, that's great.
Oh no, the snipers! Oh, one goes down.
Yeah, that was just careless, he was right on top.
But then this one Panther's got destroyed engine. One more shot or from an AT gun or M10, either one will take it out for sure.
No,
M10 takes it out.
dying.
Slither of health and escapes. Oh, this way too soon destroyed engine, but then the AT gun's now there as well. Vet 2 rifles, hopefully with sticky bombs as well to protect. Yeah, there we go,
Could
main
do
gun
the
destroyed
business
as well.
Yep. The sticky would probably finish it. And yeah, this decrewing of the flanks was genius because Audemed is so tight on manpower. Holy shit! Very low health M10 gets Vet 2 for killing the Panther. Or killing something.
Oh man, manning the flak Berlin cannons.
Classic. Classic. That's got to be GG. You can't come back from having your flaks remanned.
Yeah,
there we have
he
it.
even throws an incendiary grenade at it, and what's actually a fun fact is the crew takes no damage from flames from incendiary grenades. They only damage the weapons slightly, so yeah.
Interesting, I never noticed that. Yeah, you can look, they're quite happily sitting there in a raging inferno. Interesting, Audemed comments, people whine about the PE because they're stupid. Audemed basically saying that the snipers did him in. Snipers raped face so hard I can't do anything.
Well, that's pretty much his base in pieces.
I'm really impressed Sand came back. I mean, at one point he was like in a 200 VP deficit, nearly down to 50 VPs. You thought it was all going to kick off, and then tenaciously came back and pushed Audemed back into the base. How many Pershings were lost? How many Panthers were lost? I've lost count.
Yeah, that was definitely a good game. And if Entity has those videos, run the Allies win, go go. Okay, so he doesn't have the videos, unfortunately, from last week, so... But yeah, overall, really good game, really enjoyable. I thought Audemed had it in the bag with the first few Panthers, but... As everyone knows, Sandland is a baller, likes to pull it out of the bag, like, even when you think he's, like, he could have like 5 Tigers in his base and still win, you know, that's the kind of player Sandland is, so big props to him, and yeah, we'll be right back with Game 2 shortly, so don't go anywhere. Yeah, you might as well.